All right, Jake, first run in the pit. Let's start with the environment. How was that environment tonight?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's so cool being able to play, and from that exhibition and then coming into our first game, it was it was really cool environment, and super blessed to be here and playing such a special place like the pit.
As one of the freshmen, you probably don't realize this, but college basketball right now doesn't have teams that start two true freshmen. It's the first time since 2010, that they've done it here. And then a third freshman, Uriah, comes off the bench. Mm-hmm. Two of you guys lead the team in scoring. One of them is 15 points, 8 rebounds. I know he's a 22-year-old freshman, but 3 guys that played their first college game tonight really led the way. Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt as a freshman that like you had to prove something that the older guys who've been in college 5 years now, that you guys had to do something to earn this, or were you guys kind of welcomed from the start?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a period where you want to prove yourself, especially right when you get here, and I think just the whole environment, everyone being new, I think it definitely like gave me, confidence to be able to come in as a freshman because everyone's new, like everyone has a fair shot, in the rotation, starting and whatnot. So just having that confidence and not having like older guys who are like bashing on you because you're a freshman or anything. Like everyone opened us freshmen with open arms, and they were really excited and keep feeding confidence, especially after the first exhibition game. I know, I wasn't happy with my performance. I shot it, terrible. But they just keep feeding confidence into me, keep shooting the ball, and it's great to have those older guys.
So after that first game, I know Dayton said you're never gonna. Jake will never shoot like that again. Since that first exhibition game, and it was just an exhibition, only 600 fans were there. Mm-hmm. But I'm curious how much that weighed on your mind, that shooting performance, and when the last time you had anything quite like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can't remember last time I had a shooting performance like that. So I think just mentally getting over it, mentally trusting my work, and I think it definitely weighed on me, especially after the game we lost. The biggest thing was losing, and then it was like I felt like I had a part to do with it just because I shot the ball so bad. So I was bummed, but just right back into the gym, trusting the work, and I think I'm shooting the ball better, but not as good as I want to. Missed a couple wide open ones, so. Just get back to work.
I think the odds of your first college points would have been a 3-pointer, would have been pretty high, but yet you score in the low post.
Yeah.
Like, just take us through that play and I mean, just what goes through your mind when you're scoring your first college points?
Yeah, man, it was exciting. Saw a baseline drive, 45 cut from the wing, and I ended up running into the guy in the block, and they swung the ball, played behind. Top of the key, and then Chris, great vision, great passer. He found me in the block, and coming into the game, we knew their bigs were going to jump. So just playing off that pump fake and getting a layup was really cool, really exciting.
I had people messaging me during the game about your play. Mm-hmm. They said you don't act like a freshman on the court. You don't play like a guy who was in high school just a few months ago. You're out there shooting the ball. You play with a lot of confidence. Mm-hmm. Look, I know you did that. You scored a lot in high school, but this is a different level. You're playing at major level division college basketball.
Yeah.
You don't seem nervous at all. You don't seem out of your element. Where's that come from?
Just all the work put in. I mean, that coaching staff, does an incredible job feeding confidence into me, and just putting all the work in since we got here in the summer, and just trusting your work, trusting all the hours you put in, and I think it just comes from that. Like not scared of the big moment. I want to take the big shots, and I want to hit them, and I think I'm gonna hit them.
Can you just talk about how excited you are to ride the momentum of this win into Saturday and be back in this building?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, first game you always want to start off hot, and I think we had a good win. I think defensively we played well. I think we could have beat them by more, but I think definitely just the excitement and all the nerves coming into the first real game in the pit. Like you said, riding the momentum in this Saturday, I think it's going to be big for us, and just keep playing.
Yeah, kind of going along with Will's comment, I had noticed that as well. Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, we were talking about your play. I didn't know you were a freshman. You seemed to really carry yourself really well, and you seemed real calm under pressure. Is that from your coaching in high school? I mean, what do you attribute that to?
I think it's just from everything, like being in those high pressure situations. In high school, I was always the guy taking that, last second shot. So I kind of just had to, live with it, and it just became natural for me. And, just coming in, I just knew like, just trust your work, your shots are going to fall, just shoot the ball, don't overthink it. And yeah, just being in those situations a lot just, helps me be calm.
Jake, what everybody else is saying, the way you carry yourself, the way you play out there on the court, What expectations do you hold yourself to when game day arrives?
Yeah, I mean, crazy expectations, you know. I mean, I wasn't very happy with how I played, to be honest. I thought I missed a bunch of easy ones. Floater at the end of the first half, couple open threes, corner three. Should never miss a corner three, especially wide open. So, yeah, just, you know, expectations. But my coaches, you know, they try to, you know, it's your first real college game. You gotta be realistic. But, I mean, I think that's why, you know, I get so calm because I hold myself to such high expectations. And, you know, when I don't, you know, I'm going to go get more shots up. Like, I wasn't happy with how I shot the ball. So I think just getting in the gym and then trusting that work, you know, leads to me being calm in the games.
2 real quick ones. Did you have family here?
Yeah, a bunch.
How many people were here for you?
My mom, my dad, my little brother, and then my grandma and grandpa.
Where were they all sitting?
They're all behind the hoop. I think about maybe 15 rows up.
Behind the
10,
hoop
15.
you first scored on, or the other side?
The other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So wrong side of the court then.
Yeah.
And then second, look, Uriah's the guy that's going to try to dunk on everybody. When are you going to start doing that same thing?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Uriah has unbelievable athleticism, and I think, you know, I'm more of a below the rim guy. Get you in the air, flip you on your head, like we say. But yeah, I have some athleticism. Maybe I'll show it. We'll see.